Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing about distance time graph. All measurements give a lot of data. To use such data for our scientific analysis, it should be arranged in a particular manner. It can either be arranged in a tabular form or in graphical form. The geometrical relationship between the distance traveled by an object and the time taken is called as distance time graph. Now, if you are given a particular data for an object and it is covering a particular distance in a particular time, then how to plot the distance time graph for the same? Let us start with that. Here we have the data for an object and distance traveled by that object along with the time has been mentioned over here. That means at time 0, the distance covered by the object is 0. That means the object is at rest. When the time is 2 seconds, the distance covered is 5 meter. When the time is 4 seconds, the distance covered is 10 meter and so on. Now let's understand how to draw the distance time graph for the same. So for this we will draw two straight lines at right angle to each other. These two lines represent the two axes and the point of the intersection of the two axes is called as the origin. So we write down O here. This is x-axis and here is y-axis. The dependent quantity is plotted on the vertical axis, that is the y-axis, and the independent quantity is plotted along the horizontal, that is x-axis. Now, the quantities to be plotted on this particular sheet are generally larger than this paper. So, for each axis, we choose a convenient scale. For example, here if we say that an object is moving and covering a distance of say 5 meters in 2 seconds. So we cannot show 5 meters over here. So we will be choosing a particular scale. So assuming as 2 centimeters I am taking here. So after every 2 centimeter I'll make a mark. So on this x-axis, I am taking time as time is an independent quantity and since it is starting from 0 over here, so 0 will start from the origin itself. Then time is given as 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So each centimeter is representing 2 seconds. So I am writing 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. These two are not required as they are not given in the data. Now coming to the y-axis where we need to plot the dependent quantity because as the time is increasing, the distance covered is also changing and this distance covered is dependent on the time. So again we need to choose a particular scale and here it is given in meters. So again it's up to our wish only whether I want to take 1 centimeter or 2 centimeter. So here again I am choosing, suppose I am taking 2 centimeters only so that I can get a neat graph. So I have 6 readings, so I need minimum 6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can have even more. Now we will not be writing the numbers the way they are given in the table as such. The reason is that we don't know whether this kind of the motion will be a uniform motion or not. So whatever time is given, we have to write down the timings over here only and then we write down time within bracket the unit. It is given in seconds. Now we need to check whether the object for which the data has been given is showing uniform motion or non-uniform motion. So for that you need to do little calculations, but that too in your mind. For example, you need to calculate the interval between each. So if you just try to calculate the interval between each of these timings, you will find 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds and 2 seconds. If you again now try to calculate the interval between all the distances from 0 to 5, 5 meters, 5 to 10, 5 meters, 10 to 15, 5 meters, 5 meters here also and here also. So you find that the object for which this particular data has been given is covering equal distance of 5 meters every time in a span of 2 seconds. And we know that uniform motion is a kind of the motion when an object is moving along a straight line and it is covering equal distance in equal time interval. So this particular object is showing uniform motion, and for uniform motion we always get a straight line in a distance time graph. So along x-axis we have already plotted the details for time. Now it's time to plot the points on the y-axis. Now since all these numbers which are there for distance, if you can find that are these numbers multiple of a particular number? So yes, they all are multiples of 5. So what we can do is we can plot the points over here at equal distance and choose a particular number for which you are having all these multiples. So in this case 5 is the table. So 5 zeros are 0, 5 ones are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, 5 4s are 20, 5 5s are 25 and 5 6s are 30. So here you have distance. So we will write down distance here. Within bracket it is in meters and it is increasing in this direction. Time is increasing in this direction. Now before going further, we also need to mention the scale which we have chosen on both the axes. So x-axis we have taken 2 centimeters equivalent to 2 seconds, and on y-axis again I have taken 2 centimeters only, but that is equivalent to 5 meters. So this should be always mentioned along with the graph. Now next step is how to plot the points. For this you now need to read each and every time along with the distance covered. So when the time is 0, the distance covered by the object is 0. So we know that time is 0. If you look at this x-axis on which we have mentioned the time, this is the 0 for the time. Also this is the 0 for the distance. So this becomes our first point. So what I will do, I'll just encircle it. I'll make a point and encircle it. Now second is at time 2 seconds, the distance covered is 5 meters. So time 2 seconds. So I'll keep my scale over here. I have to draw a vertical line from 2 dotted line. It should be a dotted line. Then distance traveled is 5. Where I see distance traveled 5, so I'll make a horizontal line. Wherever the two meet, I'll plot the point. This is the way to plot a point neatly. Now third, reading at time 4 seconds. So I can see 4 seconds here. I'll again draw a vertical line. Then 4 seconds. Distance covered is 10 meters. So wherever I see 10 on the y-axis, I'll draw a horizontal line. Wherever the two dotted lines intersect, we make a small dot and circle it. It becomes my point. Similarly, we need to do it for 6 seconds, 8 seconds and 10 seconds. Now I have plotted all these 6 points corresponding to the different timings, and the distance covered by the object. Now the last step is that using the scale you have to join these points, and we find that all these points, they lie on a straight line. So I am getting a straight line after joining all these points. So this particular object for which the data has been given is having uniform motion, as the distance time graph for this is a straight line. So just a quick recapitulation of what we have learned today. First thing is, whatever data is given, you first have to interpret that whether it will be showing uniform motion or not. You have to just guess by checking the intervals between the timings and the distances. Second, if it is covering equal distances in equal time interval, then definitely it's a uniform motion and you will be getting a straight line. Once you have confirmed this thing, then you need to start with your graph work. For that, first you need to draw the two axes, x-axis and y-axis. Then you can use a suitable scale according to the data given in the table. Write down the scale mentioned. After that, you have to start plotting the points neatly. Once the plotting has been done, you have to use a scale to join the points. So if you are getting a straight line, it's confirmed that it is showing a uniform motion. Thank you.